Welcome to Fun with History. This week's episode, The Era of Good Feeling. The year is 1814, a good year, with a lot of exciting things happening. Johnny Appleseed is spreading the good word of apples, Charles Dickens is 2 years old, and Old Honest Abe is celebrating turning 5. By far the biggest news, though, is the signing of the Treaty of Ghent, which effectively ended the War of 1812. In this painting, we see the British and American negotiators discussing and signing the treaty. The man in the middle is future President John Quincy Adams. Now, good news like this spreads fast, and the American people are happy and celebrating. But unfortunately, the Federalists bring forth a list of complaints and demands. This makes them look radical, pessimistic, and, well, basically, whiners. And no one likes a whiner. This causes the American people to turn their backs on the Federalist Party. They see them as separatists and radicals. This lack of vote basically leads to the demise of the Federalist Party. Without the Federalist Party, that leaves one unified political party, which I like to call the big old group of happy Republicans, since they really didn't run with anyone. Now, why is this such a good thing? Well, think of it this way. Let's imagine you share a room with somebody that you don't really like, you're always arguing with, and you never really see eye to eye on anything. One weekend you leave to go to work, and when you come back, they're no longer there. Suddenly, you have a roommate that agrees with you. You guys are best friends, and everything you say he agrees with. Suddenly, you don't feel like arguing, you feel like hugging him. You start to have that warm, fuzzy, good feeling. This is where that era of good feeling comes from, because basically everyone agreed with everyone. This leads to an overall universal feeling of support and a lack of political party feuds. Now, this may seem too good to be true, but it's basically what's facing the Republican Party and a man named James Monroe. James Monroe was an officer in the Revolutionary War. In a rather famous painting, the painting of the Battle of Trenton, you can see Monroe lying in the corner bleeding after he was shot by a musket. If you look closely, you can also see some officers that don't seem to care that he's bleeding out after a battle. No, guys, it's cool. Just, stand there and look pretty. He's not going to die or anything. The next most famous painting is Washington crossing the Delaware. Here you can clearly see James Monroe holding up the flag as they cross. What to look forward in the next coming chapter? Now, I know you're thinking, this chapter can't possibly get any more exciting, but there's more. Economic prosperity is coming our way. Also, a fun new hip way to travel called the Erie Canal. And looking forward to the future, we'll meet my favorite president, Andrew Jackson.